Okay, so it's recording now. So opposite the right angle is my hypotenuse, H. The next one is opposite the angle is my opposite side. So this is my angle 23 degrees. Opposite that, this is my opposite side. Hypotenuse. And then the missing one is adjacent. The last one is adjacent. Adjacent. Okay, so I've labeled my sides. Step 2 is what am I working with? Working with. All right, so what am I working with? I've got 15 here, so I'm working with hypotenuse. I've got x here, so I'm working with opposite. X is opposite. Adjacent, I have nothing there, so I'm not working with that. So now step 3 is my SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. So if I write SOHCAHTOA here, SOHCAHTOA, I'm not working with adjacent, so I'm going to cross out my A's. And you can see there's only one left. The other two are crossed out. And so if I were to do ticks, tick the hypotenuse, tick the opposite, opposite, and opposite here, you can see this one also has 2 ticks. So I'm using sine 23 equals to opposite, which is x, over my hypotenuse, which is 15. So x equals sine 23 times 15, x equals 2. Get the calculator out, and you have to know how to use your calculator. Each calculator is different. Sine 23 times by 15 gives us 5.8609, carries on. And it's saying 3 significant figures, 1, 2, 3 significant figures. My answer is 5.86. Well done to those who gave me an answer. So I forgot my step. So after I work out SOHCAHTOA, I have my step 4, which is an equation. All right, so those are my 4 steps. I'm not going to be writing this out. I've written it on a separate piece of paper. Every time I look at a question, I can answer it like that. Here is the next question. So this is paper 2, June 2020. I will give you a minute to work that one out. Let me get a better screen for you. Paper 2, June 2020. There is another thing I need to show you. So I'm telling you now so that you remind me in case I forget, is how important is this topic? Because it comes up every single time. All right, so I'm going to give you a little bit of time. And time now is 10:40. Off you go. When you are done, you can DM me your answer. Okay, so I'm going to make a start now. All right, so let me put the other screen on. I'm getting a message on chat. Okay, let's go to the question. So similar to before, steps, label the sides. So let's read the question first. Work out the value of x. Give your answer correct to one decimal place. So we can see x is there. So step one, label the sides. Opposite the right angle is my hypotenuse. Opposite the angle is my opposite. And the adjacent is the last one. And so what am I working with? Step two, I'm working with 178 millimeters, which is hypotenuse. I'm working with x, which is my opposite. I'm not working with adjacent. So that's step two. Working with, now I can do my SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. I'm not working with adjacent, so I cross these out. So I've only got sine here. So sine 34 equals to opposite is x, hypotenuse is 178. So my equation, step four, x equals sine 34 times by 178. Put that in your calculator. Sine 34 times 178 equals 99.536, carries on. Excuse me. One decimal place. 5, I look at the next digit, I'm going to be rounding down. X equals 99.5. Okay, I'm looking at chat as well. People are giving me correct answers. Well done. Well done, Mohsina. All right, anybody else? All right, thank you. All right. Also, some people are spotting their mistakes. That's fine, that's good. All right, well done. Let's go to the next question. What did I do with my notes? Okay, let's go to the next question. This is going to be from, and this is going to be another kind of, you can spot from the questions there on the kind of what we call routine questions. It's just knowing your basic trigonometry. It's not anything advanced at the moment. So next question is June 2019. Oh, there's no paper there. So what year is that? I don't know actually. I'm not going to spend time trying to find this paper. So have a go on this one. The time is 10:45. Okay, let's make a start on this one. Excuse me. Similar to before, here are my steps. Step one, I need to label the sides. So opposite the right angle is my hypotenuse. I've not read the question actually. ABC is a right angle triangle. Calculate the length AB. So AB is this one here. So it's my unknown X. I give your answer to 2 decimal places. So now I can do my step one, label the sides. Opposite the right angle is my hypotenuse. Opposite my angle is my opposite. And this one is my adjacent. So hopefully you've done that. What am I working with? 16, which is hypotenuse, X, which is opposite. I'm not working with adjacent. Right, so far it looks like we're just getting side Sokatoa. So Toa. Also notice I'm doing it like a triangle. So cross out the A's. Some of you have got sine here. So sine 38 equals opposite, which is X, divided by hypotenuse, which is 16. So my equation X equals to sine 38 times by 16. X equals, put that into your calculator, sine 38 times by 16 gives me 9.8505, carries on forever. 2 decimal places, 1 decimal place, 2 decimal place. 0 is my rounding down. X equals 9.85. Okay, let me see chat. Are we getting the right answers? Okay. Chat. Some people haven't written me any answers. Well done, Mohsina. Okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. Is anyone stuck on anything? Am I going too fast? Let me know. The next question, I'm gonna pick on somebody to give me an answer. I'm gonna pick 2 people. Everybody will have an opportunity to give answers in one way or another. Let's go to the next one. We are now going to go to this one, which is November 2022, paper 2. Let me get that one on the screen so you have a better image on it. And then I will pick 2 people for the answer. So paper 2, November 2022. Paper 2. Oops. And we're looking for question number 5. All right, so this is worth 2 marks again. I am going to choose 2 people. Let's see who I'm. Oops, what's happened here? Did I press the wrong button? Oh no, the screen has gone. Let me get that screen out again. Here we are. We're looking for paper 2, November 2022. Question number 5. Okay, so that's done this time. Who am I going to pick on? I'm going to go to Zaina or Roxana. You're there, Zaina. You can give me the answer. And Amira, you too. If you don't want to come to the mic, you can just um, send it to me via chat. So off you go. I'm gonna put a note what time it is. It is now 52, 10:52. Okay, both of you have given me answers. One of you have given me an incomplete answer. I'm not going to spend time going through it because you have given it to me correctly. The final answer is 8.73. 8.73. Does anyone want me to go through it? The final answer. I don't want to, because there's loads of questions to cover. I want to kind of get to it, go through as many questions as I can. 8.73 is the correct answer. Is anyone unsure about this? Okay, let's go through this one. All right, so step one, like before, is on the screen, is it the camera? Okay, so it's good you mentioned it. All right, so step one, label the sides, starting with my right angle. Hypotenuse, my angle opposite the angle is opposite side. This one is adjacent. Okay, step two, what am I working with? 14.5 is hypotenuse, x is adjacent, and there is nothing for opposite. So step three is SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. Crossed out opposite, cross out the O, cross out the O. So I'm working with ka. Okay, so now I'm going to write my equation. Ka is cos 53. Cos 53 equals adjacent. My adjacent is x. My hypotenuse is 14.5. And now, excuse me, I can turn this into an equation. X equals to cos 53 times 14.5. Put that into my calculator. Cos 53 times 14.5 gives me 8.7263, carries on forever. Three significant figures. 1, 2, 3 significant figures. This is my decider. 6 rounds up. X equals to 8.73. Okay. Okay. Let's do another question. Okay, so here you can see. So far, these are questions that we call routine. It's about your practice. There are two questions on this page, A and B. So we're going to do A first, and then we're going to go on to B. All right, so this is from paper 2, November 2021. Let me share that screen. So paper 2, November 2021. We're looking for question 6. Okay, so this is question 6. All right, so previously I asked Yusuf and Zaina. This time I'm going to ask Muhsina and Hafsa. Okay, so you can give me your answers. On the clock is 10:57, and you can also come on the mic as well. So if you are not feeling confident, you can come on the mic. Okay, any of you want to come to the mic? I am getting a correct answer. I've got two answers so far, and both of them are both correct. Nope. So I've asked um, Hafsa, do you have an answer? It's not Hafsa. Is it Zara? Zara? I've got a cold, by the way, so do excuse me. Okay, so I'm not getting, I'm just waiting for a few more responses. All right, no one is coming, willing to come to the mic. Okay, so I'll go through this. So we've got, first of all, you see the mic. I need to share the screen again. Let's go to the camera. Okay, so we have here step one, or before that, read the question. ABC is a right angled triangle. We can see that. Work out the length BC. BC is my x. Give your answer correct to one decimal place. Step one, label the sides. Opposite the right angle is my hypotenuse. Opposite the angle is my opposite side. And then this one is my adjacent. So I've done step one. Step two, what am I working with? There's nothing for H. I'm working with 12, which is adjacent. I'm working with X, which is opposite. Step three, SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA. I'm not working with H. Cross out H, cross out H. I'm working with tan. Step four is an equation. So my equation is going to be tan 56 equals to opposite. Opposite is X and adjacent is 12. X equals tan 56 times 12. Put that in your calculator. Tan 56 times 12, you get 17.7907. And so the question says one decimal place, 9 is the decider, x equals to 17.9 rounds up to 17.8. Is that okay, everybody? Okay, I'm happy now. I think people are understanding. All right, so now we go on to, this is the first time we are doing working out an angle. So if we go to part B, okay, we haven't done this, but it's the same skill, same equation, just right at the end, we have to work out the angle. So similar to this one, I am going to ask Amira and Sophia for your answers. Okay. Amira and Sophia, I'm going to come to you. You can come to the mic or um, you can just give me your answers. Okay, I think it's time to make a start. Am I getting any answers? Okay, I've got some answers. All right. Okay. Amira, I haven't heard anything from you, so I'm waiting on you, Amira. All right, so let's clear the screen, camera. Um, any other messages? All right, so I am getting some answers. Okay, good, 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 good. All right, and this one, I'm getting different angles on degrees. So we are either using the wrong function and we are using the wrong function maybe. Let's see what's going on. How many people have made a mistake? All right, so let's see. Okay. All right, I'm going to go through this, speed it up in case. I think it may be that you just used the wrong function. Um, okay, so similar to before. Step one, label the sides. Oh, let me read the question. PQI is a right angle triangle. Work out the size of angle marked X. So we've got X here. Give your answer correct to one decimal place. All right, step one, label the sides. Hypotenuse, opposite. I'm going to slow down actually because I think this is the critical part. If you get this wrong, everything is wrong. And then we have our adjacent. Okay, what are we working with? Hypotenuse, adjacent. We are not working with opposite. So I do my SOHCAHTOA. So I cross out the O's, cross out the O's. I'm using cos. That is the thing that you may have made a mistake on. Cos x equals, adjacent is 15, hypotenuse is 18. Now when we work out an angle, x equals 2, it's the inverse, cos minus 1. And then we do 15 divided by 18. That is where you may have gone wrong. So let's put that into the calculator. Cos minus 1, 15 divided by 18. And that gives us 33.557. And then it asks us for one decimal place. The 5 rounds up, 33.6. Okay, so I hope you all got that. And the person who made a mistake, can you let me know where you went wrong? Okay, so that is it. Amira, I haven't heard from you. I hope everything is okay. All right, so no more comments. All right, let's go to the next question. All right, the next question. It's in chat. I'm conscious of time as well because we are kind of halfway through and we haven't even touched more challenging questions yet, believe it or not, because it's only going to get harder. And I know some of your grades, I asked you about your predicted grades. This you should be mastering. Okay, so these are what we call routine questions. And so you must be getting these right because you can see if you know how to do trigonometry, it's actually okay. So that is the key thing. Right, I'm losing my thought. Okay, so this is the next question. So June 2018, paper 3. June 2018, paper 3, and question 5. All right, so it is worth 2 marks. Off you go. Oops. I'm gonna check on chat any comments. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's try and get this right. Everybody, I would like everybody to get this right. I haven't chosen a person for this one. I'll go for Ilyas and Amira, please. Ilyas and Amira. Okay, send me your answers. Is anyone brave enough to come to the mic? Someone has their mic on. Okay, let me see. Answers are coming through. Okay, the good news, I am getting the same answer from everybody, which means that we do not need to spend time going through this, I think. So I'm gonna kind of just put the answer there, just so that we save time for everybody. The answer is 50.5. 50.5, which is what everybody has got, unless anyone wants me to go through that. Okay, I think everyone has got that so far. Zahra, you haven't given me an answer. Can you give me yes or no if you'd like me to go through it? Otherwise, everyone has given me an answer. All right. Part B is a tricky one. Part B. All right, let's try this. Okay, I'll put that on the screen as well. Part B. Right, I'm going to go through this one because this one is a bit tricky. All right, so I'm going to have to maybe zoom out a little bit so that we can see what we have, or I'll just copy the question out to save going up and down. All right, so if I have the question here, the original question is 11, 7. So the length of the side AB is reduced by 1 centimeter. AB is reduced by 1, so now this becomes 10. The side of the length side BC is still 7. So this is still 7. Angle ACB is still 90 degrees. Will the value of cos ABC increase or decrease? So what is, if we look at this, this was cos is adjacent over hypotenuse. So this is 7 over 11. And this one is 7 over 10. And so will the value increase? Well, 7 over 10 is greater than 7 over 11. So the answer is increase. Okay, so that's one way of explaining this. And there are also other ways of explaining this. Okay, so I'm going to look at the mark scheme because this is something where you can explain it differently. But let me show the mark scheme so that you can get an idea of what the mark scheme is looking for. So this was paper 3, June 2018. And what does the mark scheme say for this question? In case there are other ways, other explanations you may have given. You can see here, states increase. So as long as you've stated increase, but you have to have a supporting reason. So here, 7 over 10 is greater than 7 over 11. If you used decimals, 0.636 is less than 0.7. Cos increases as angle decreases. Decreasing the denominator increases the value of the fraction. Angle is now 45.6 or any of these digits numbers. If the figures are given, they must be correct, truncated or rounding. So you have to give the correct figures. All right, so that one here. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Right, what is the next question? We're gonna, I'm looking at time. I want to increase the challenge. Okay, we're gonna skip this one. So this one is in your packs. All right. But I do want to skip it. Let's see. Well, this is a non-calculator paper question, actually. So I don't know, shall we skip it or not? And let me just check chat. Any other comments? Okay, so let's go to the next one. So now I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna go to this one here. This is now, we're now going into the problem solving territory. So what I mean by that is it is no longer, in fact, before we go into problem solving territory, I did say to you to remind me about something which no one has done. This is how important trigonometry is. Every single paper year, there's a question on trigonometry. So in June 2023, paper 1, paper 2, paper 3 had a trigonometry question. November 2023, there was a question on paper 3. June 2023, there were 2 questions. Paper 2 in November 2022 had 2 questions that involved trigonometry. Paper 1, paper 2, paper 2, paper 3, paper 2, paper 2, paper 2 again, paper 2, paper 3, paper 1, paper 2, 3. 2 questions there, 3 questions on that year. So every single year, there is at least 1 or more questions on trigonometry. You can see some years There are 3 questions. Okay, so this is how important trigonometry is. So if you didn't realize how important it is very, 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 very important. All right. Next one. Let's go back to this question. All right, and you can see from this question, ABC is a right angle triangle. We've got that. AC is 14, angle C is 90. The size of angle B to the size of angle A is 3 to 2. Work out the length of AB. AB is X here. Give your answer correct to 3 significant figures. So the time now is 21. Off you go. I'm going to ask Yusuf and Zaina for an answer, please. Yusuf and Zaina. Okay, I'm getting responses and they are all correct so far. So well done to you if you've been messaging me. Just waiting for all responses to come through. And in the meantime, I'm going to make a start actually in case things do not come through, just to save time. Okay, so let's go through this one. You can spot that we are dealing with ratio. So first of all, angles in a triangle are 180. 180 take away 90 degrees gives me 90 degrees. So these two angles make 90 degrees. Angle B to A is 3 to 2. So we have 5 parts altogether. So we're going to be sharing 90 degrees with 5 parts. So that becomes 90 divided by 5 equals to 18. So this is what one part is worth. So I'm multiplying this by 18, multiplying this by 18. This is now 36, and this is 54. So depends on which angle you put in now. So if you use this angle, you're going to do one working out. If you use that angle, you do a different working out. So let's do A is 36. So let's use that. So now I follow my steps, step 1, step 2, and so on. So this is my hypotenuse, this is my opposite, and this is my adjacent. And now I can see I'm working with X, which is hypotenuse. I'm working with 14, which is A, and I am not working with A. So this becomes cos, cas, AH is ka. So this is now cos 36 equals to adjacent 14 over 14 over X. So X is now 14 divided by cos 36. X equals, put that in your calculator, 14 divided by cos 36, 17.30, and it's to three significant figures, 17.3. 1, 2, 3 significant figures. If you use the other method, I'll use a different color. If you used 54, this would be 54. So this is still our hypotenuse. This is now our opposite. This would be opposite, and this would be adjacent. So you cross the adjacent out. So you're using H and O, which is sine. So sine 54 equals to opposite, which is 14, divided by hypotenuse is X. X equals 14 divided by sine 54. X equals, put that in our calculator, 14 divided by sine 54, close bracket, gives us 17.304. So same number. Okay, why are they the same? Because of how sine and cos work and the relationship between them, which is for another lesson, another time, not today. Okay, let me check out the chat. Is that clear for everybody? Is there anyone who needs me to explain anything? Okay. Okay, yeah, I can see people were using the wrong functions. Typical mistake. So you can see, depends how you're doing this. All right, it's 28. I'm gonna increase the difficulty now. Let's go to the next question. Let's go to, I'm gonna skip this one. I'm gonna skip this one. You can see these are problem-solving questions. Let's do this one. All right. And the time is now 28. Let me message chat 28, and I'm also going to pick people to give me answers. Isa and Mohsina, please. If you can give me your answers, Isa and Mohsina. And you can see this is a 5-mark question. Normally we've had so far 2-mark questions. This is now 5 marks. So big jump. Okay, I'm going to give a hint on this question. So one of the things for those who are stuck, because I'm getting messages that people are stuck, one of the things that you want to do is simplify. So how can we simplify this? Well, if we look at this, well, let me read the question. ABCD is a trapezium. So this is a trapezium. I can see parallel side and then your angles there. Work out the size of angle CDA. CDA is this angle here. Let's call it X. Okay, so how can we kind of simplify it? Well, there's a triangle here. So that is a triangle. That's a right angle. I've got 7.5. I've got 6 here. Then I've got, if you like, a rectangle. And then I've got this side here. This is X. Now, if this is 6, this is 6, this is 6, because they're rectangle, this is 6. So I either need to work out this one here or this one here, one of these sides. Now, if you look carefully, you are given this information here. All of this is 24. All of this is 10, which means that I'm probably going to be working with this side. So let's call it A. That's what I need to be working out to get to that angle. So that's the hint. I'll give you another hint in about a minute's time. Let me check chat and the time. Okay, I'm going to start going through this question now. I am getting some correct answers and some mistaken answers. So with this question, kind of, if you like, step one was I've separated the parts. So that's my first thing. Step one is to separate the parts. So let's write this down. Step one, separate parts, because I've done that. All right, so now because I've separated the parts, I can now work out what I need to do. I need to work out this side. In order to work out this side, I also need this little bit here. So this is, I'll call it B. So step two is I need to find B first. If I find B, then that will help me to find A, and then that will help me to find X. So I don't know if there should be an arrow or a comma. So that's like how I work it out. Now, how do I find B? Step three, to find B, well, I've got a side, side, side. When we have side, 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 what is that? That's Pythagoras' theorem. Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so I'll work that out. After I work out Pythagoras' theorem, I can work out A, step four. A, well, that's just going to be, if I know what this is, it's going to be 24, take away 10, take away whatever B is. Okay, and then step five is, this is going to be a trig question. So that's what I do. So I've done step one, separate them. I need to find B. So this is going to be, I need to know my hypotenuse. And then Pythagoras' theorem is a squared plus b squared. Because b is a shorter side, it's going to be 7.5 squared take away 6 squared. because it's a shorter side and I square root it. Okay, so I've done 2 steps in one go. So subtracting the squares and square rooting, put that in a calculator. What do we get? Square root 7.5 squared, take away 6 squared, gives us 4.5. All right, so now I can put this in here. For A is going to be 24, take away 10, take away 4.5. A equals 24, take away 10, take away 4.5, which gives us 9.5. Okay, so we've got that. Now that we have 9.5, this can go into this. So I've got, this is my hypotenuse, this is my opposite, this is my adjacent, and this is 9.5. And I'm working with no hypotenuse. I'm working with opposite, and I'm working with adjacent. Opposite and adjacent is tan. So tan x equals to opposite is 6 divided by adjacent is 9.5. So x equals to tan minus 1, 6 divided by 9.5. And so x equals tan minus 1, 6 divided by 9.5 gives me 32.27 ... x equals to 1 decimal place 32.3. Okay, let me check that. All right, well done, Sophia. Amira, I'm not hearing anything from you. Zara, Mohsina, Zaina, hopefully you've got it right as well. All right, well done, Ilyas, and well done, Isa, as well. All right. Okay, no other comments. I'm assuming you are kind of maybe not okay with it, but you kind of get an idea of where we're going with this. All right, I want to kind of continue with this. I'm gonna kind of show you. Here is another question on trigonometry, problem solving question. We're not going to do that now. I just want to show you. I want to show you so that you can see the types of questions that are there. Here's another problem solving one. We're not going to do that now. Here's another problem solving question. We're not going to do that now due to lack of time. Here, we're going to do this one. All right, you can see that it is problem solving question and they are getting harder. If you notice the number question is question 19. When we started with questions like 7. And if I kind of flick through these pages, this was 12. So when it gets harder, it's in the middle of the paper, question 12, 9. Here we've jumped to question 19. So this is more kind of top end. For those people who are aiming for grade 7, 8, 9, you need to be getting, if not full marks, method marks on this. So have a go on this question. I am going to give, who am I going to choose for some answers? Let's check. Who's given me some answers? Who have I stopped? So I can't remember who I asked for the last questions, but I'll go to Safia and Amira and Zahra. If you three give me your answers, please. And no one today has come to the mic yet, which is fine. You can send me your messages. So the time is now 40. We are scheduled to finish this at 45. So I hope you are enjoying today's session. You can see there's lots more to do, but we are just going to run out of time. We might carry on a little bit if you're okay with that. Okay, I'm going to make a start on this question because it can be quite long and so people might be making mistakes. So what do we have here? So we have ABC is a right angle triangle, which we can see here. AB is 9.3, which we've got there. It says correct to the nearest millimeter. And when you read words like that, we are thinking of bounds. Okay, 12.6, correct to the nearest millimeter. And again, you need to start thinking bounds. All right, notice here, this is centimeter, centimeter. It says here millimeter, millimeter. Okay, so that's the tricky thing here. Calculate the lower bound for the size of the angle marked X. So we need to find the lower bound for that. So let's look at this. So I'm going to change 9.3 to millimeters, which is going to be 93 millimeters. 12.6 becomes 126 millimeters, 126 millimeters. Now, how do we do bounds? The easiest way I've found is to use a kind of structure. What's the next number? 127, 1, do, 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 do. Yeah, 127, then we go backwards, 125, just keeping the order. Then what's in the middle of these two? Middle of 126 and 127 is 126.5. And then in the middle of these is 125.5. So that's in millimeters or that. I'm just thinking, did I need to convert it actually? That's why I'm hesitating. Let's keep to this. We can still use the same structure. 12.6. The next one is going to be 12.7. The previous one is going to be 12.5 because that's what they've given within the question. And that's what it means to the nearest millimeter. What's in between these two? It is 12.65, 12.55. So that's my lower bound and that's my upper bound. So I've got that, upper bound, lower bound. And I do the same thing here. Let's keep 9.3 as it is. The next one will be, so this is my structure. You fill in this structure, you will always get a mark. 9.3, the next one is 9.4, then go backwards, 9.4, 9.3, 9.2. What's in between these two? 9.25, 9.35. Usually this is a method mark. So that is the first thing. Now, we've done that. Now we've worked out bounds. Now we need to decide what am I working with. So this is my hypotenuse, this is my opposite, this is my adjacent. I'm working with hypotenuse, I'm working with opposite, I'm not working with adjacent. Okay, so that's that. So I'm working with ONH is sine, so. Okay, so now this is the tricky part, okay? So I'm going to use the one that kind of requires the least thinking power. It's just being methodical. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be doing sine x equals opposite divided by hypotenuse. So my x is going to be sine minus 1, opposite divided by hypotenuse. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through the combinations of my opposites. All right, so I'm going to do x equals to sine minus 1, opposite 9.25 divided by 12.5 or 12.65. So I'm just literally going to go through all the combinations. 9.25 divided by 12.55, and it will make sense why in a second. X equals sine minus 1, 9.25 divided by 12.65. All right, and then I'm going to do the other way around, which is going to be x sine minus 1. The other number is 9.35 divided by 12.55. And I'm also going to do sine minus 1, 9.35 divided by 12.65. And now what I want to do is plug this into my calculator. And when I do this, I'm looking for the lower bound for the size of the angle. I'm looking for the lowest number. And so I just do that now. So sine minus 1 bracket 9.25 divided by 12.55. That gives me 47.480. I go back, I change my numbers now. 9.25 divided by 12.65. That gives me 46.9892. Keep going. Now delete these numbers. 9.35 divided by 12.55 gives me 48.160. Go back. 9.35 divided by 12.65 gives me 47.657. And so I'm looking for the lower bound. The lowest one, which is my lowest one, 47, 46, 48, 47. So this is my lowest bound. Okay. And if I read the question, calculate the lower bound for the size of the angle marked X. You must show all you're working out. It doesn't really give me anything. So usually rule of thumb is 3 significant figures. So this to 3 significant figures becomes X equals 8 rounds up, 46.9, 469 becomes 470, so 47.0. That is my final answer. So you can see there's a lot of work for this question. It does look it is challenging. I mean, it's question 19 of the paper. So that year's paper must have been quite challenging. Let me read the chat. Any comments? Okay. Let me see any other things. All right, I'm gonna show you some things. Our time is up, unfortunately. So if you have enjoyed the session, can you message me, let me know how you found today's session, and if you are happy for us to use this as a promotion, just send me a promotional message as well. But I want to show you one last thing before we wrap up. I did say trigonometry comes up a lot. So we haven't done this yet. We haven't, then you've got all these 3D, trigonometry in 3D. So maybe in our normal weekly sessions, we can touch on these. All right, so that we've got these covered. Or if you want another masterclass, let me know. But yeah, our time is up, unfortunately. So you can see there are loads of questions on trigonometry. So this is really, really important. If you underestimated it, please make sure that you look at it, understand it. And the thing I want to highlight, because some of you, your target grades are 6s and 7s. You might be thinking, I can't do these questions. All right, yes, you're not going to get full marks, but what you can definitely do is get the method marks. And that's what you need to be aiming for. So if you are not going to get full marks, at least get those method marks. So just like with the question we've just done now, there is a method mark for finding the bounds usually, and then finding sine. Let me just prove this to you before I kind of end the session. What year was this? This was paper 2. Let's go to paper 2 and then we'll end the session. This was paper 2, June 2023. Paper 2, June 2023. Question number 19. Yeah, that's the one. So paper 2, June 2023. What does the mark scheme show? The mark scheme is question 19. So let's see how good my memory is for stating at least one bound. So see that? Now, was that difficult to do? Obviously, it's a different topic. But look here, it's a process mark for correct use of lower bound and upper bound, sine x. Okay? And then you've got your final answer. So this is what you need to be aiming for. So yes, your grade may not be a 9, but you can still get method marks. So I hope you have enjoyed today's session. I hope you have understood what I mean. I'm just going to